everybody, what's up? It's me, Batu, and welcome back to another special Pokemon video. You guys might be wondering, why is he uploading on Tuesday? Well, if you guys have been following me for a couple years now, you know that March 10th always marks Oshawott Day. And I am super excited to celebrate, because if you guys don't know, I'm a little bit of an Oshawott freak. I love collecting Oshawotts, and I am so excited to do a special video today. I believe last year I showed off my whole Oshawott collection, and honestly not too much has really gone from it. There hasn't been too many new releases, and the ones that I have, I kind of already showed off in previous videos. So I thought today would just be a perfect time to go over and show off my top 5 favorite Oshawotts that I have in my collection. I hope you guys enjoy, and if you do, please feel free to hit the like button and subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated. So starting off at number 1, you guys have seen them in multiple videos. We have ourselves the Oshawott Banpresto plushie, of course, with a little hang piece right here, or as some veterans might remember him, Bubblegum. Bubblegum has been hiding over here for the last little while. However, he is still definitely in my collection and an awesome centerpiece to have. He is so cute, so squishy looking, so condensed too. The condensedness of him is so funny to look at. But again, the coloration of him is perfect. I love the shell just kind of being inside of him on the sewing, just like with a little indent going out. That's kind of my perfect representation when it comes to these kind of shells. Some of them that don't have that are also in the collection that I have, and I'm okay with that. Just I feel like that definitely wins it for me. But other than that, such a simple Oshawott plushie to have in the collection. His face, super chibi-like, not even the full little V going down. It's just kind of like a little circular one. So I will definitely take him. Bubblegum, such a cutie, and glad to have him in my collection. Number 4 is such a simple one as well, but I think it definitely proves that a simple Oshawott plushie definitely works. And that, of course, being another Banpresto one. I believe he might have had another little hang piece right here. You can also see that he has a little bit of dog hair on him, which, oops. The kind of fabric that they have on him is definitely not the best if you have animals around. It kind of gets everywhere, but he will just be hit with a lint roller right after this video, so it works out. It's whatever. But I do think that this Oshawott is such a perfect plushie when it comes to what Oshawott should be. I think the proportions are excellent. The headpiece is just as big enough. The body piece, perfect. He has some stuffing in his tail. The little feetsies are so cute. This is honestly, just like I said, a perfect, simple representation of Oshawott. The colors, again, are also really well for what it is. I love the cyan, I love the dark blue. The white is perfect. And all in all, if you're looking for just a kind of simple Oshawott plushie, besides the ones that you would maybe see in the store, he just might be the perfect one for you. I do prefer this mouthpiece rather than like the little smile, because honestly, the little smile looks a little weird to me. I do definitely prefer when he has his face like this. It definitely works out a lot more for me, although I do love my boy when he has a full teeth out smile. That is also a really good plushies, but I am very happy with this Banpresto Oshawott. Coming in at number 3, we have ourselves a very popular one because it was at first in Mecha Japan, then moved over to Pokemon Center, and that is the Psycho Soda, or the Soda Refresh, Soda Pop, whatever you want to call it, plushie of Oshawott. This was also part of the Mizuki waterline, I believe, or that's the name of it. I do have the plushie somewhere on my back, but I feel like the Psycho one was definitely the better one. These Refresh plushies are always so cute. I love them so much. I quite literally, a few weeks ago got 3 brand new ones. But of course, the first one that I had to order via Mecha Japan was Oshawott. I even remember getting this Oshawott. It was 2024, and he had just released on Mecha Japan. I was actually in physical therapy because I had a torn tendon in my ankle. So I was doing the bikes. I got the notification. Instantly, I went and purchased him, and I have not been happier since then. He is such an adorable plushie. I also really love the tag they have for him. That's also another reason I wanted to get him from Japan, even if it maybe cost a few extra dollars to ship him over here. The tags are definitely really cool to see, and plus it did take a good few months for him to actually come into America, so that's another reason I kind of went. I need him now, and I'm going to get him. But I do think that they represent him perfect in that chibi little style. He has his little shell off of his body. I was saying how I prefer the shell to kind of be sewn onto the body to where it's not like an actual physical piece, but more of the actual body piece. But this is definitely the exception because you're able to actually see him holding it, which I think is even cuter. If he has it hanging off or he's holding it, that definitely works too. But I do prefer it on the belly, I will be honest. But this one definitely gets the pass for that. The eyes are so freaking cute. And then the cyan and the blue that they picked for it are definitely awesome as well. And for the first time ever, they have the Oshawott plushie with the tail that's actually sticking up. Most of the time, the tail just kind of falls down like that. However, this one definitely stays up so much better than all the other ones. Usually the other ones are kind of a mix and match. If you've seen other Oshawott videos, you know I always do the tail test where we see if we have any stuffing in the tail. This one definitely does have stuffing in the tail, but I'm more surprised to see that it's sticking up. I have no idea how they got it to stick up. It had to be the sewing. The way of sewing, because it looks like they sewed flat right here, but then kind of sewed vertical right here, so maybe that's the way they do it. Kind of wish they would do that with more Oshawott plushies, but you know what? I think it works for the Psycho Soda line. This guy is absolutely perfect for me for a Psycho Soda line. Love the chibi styles. I talked a little while ago back in a few videos about how at first when it came to collecting, I really wanted more of like the regular look, and then if I could get them all in the same size, or maybe the final Evos being a little bit bigger, that's why I kind of didn't do Sitting Cuties for the first little bit of my collection. But now I've kind of gone full-fledged. It's like I love every single look. I don't care how big, how small they are. If I'm able to get them in the collection and it's a reasonable and I like the design, I will definitely do it. And Psycho Sodas definitely does that for me. Hits that nice itch that I have in my head, and I love them. And then for number 2, we are getting to some big boys. These big boys you have definitely seen in past videos. They are some of my main money makers when it comes to these content, and that is the big Pokemon Center from Legends Arceus released life-size Oshawott. And oh my goodness, first off, amazing birthday gift that I got from my girlfriend. Thank you, Amanda. You guys have seen her on a few videos, but I think that this plushie is so nice. It definitely reminds me of the second Band Presto one I showed off, number 4. And just, it's a simple plushie. It has that same face that I like, which I definitely am happy about. But it's just a very simple one. The one thing that I'm kind of like about is it's not sewn on. It is just a big shell right here, essentially sewn on by itself. You could kind of take this off easily, so I think it kind of gets a pass, because if I take it off, I could honestly put it right here, make a whole new modded one. Maybe in the future, if I ever get one for cheap, I might end up doing that. But for what it is, I do love the simple look when it comes to a big one. I've wanted a life-size Oshawott for so long. I decided not to get this one because he was like 60 bucks. I was still working in fast food, so I didn't really make too much money to begin with. But my girlfriend came up and got me this, so I am so happy with him. Definitely an adorable plushie. Has a bunch of stuffing in the back. He is humongous. I recently just got the Tepic to match him as well from whenever Legends ZA released. So whenever Legends Sinnoh releases and we get a Snivy, that will also be going in my collection, and it will be awesome. Did I say Sinnoh? I meant to say Johto or something like that. I can't believe out of the, what, 9-10 generations, I named one of the ones that already has Legends. It's whatever. Legends Johto, we'll call it. But if I get Snivy, it'll definitely go in the collection, completing the set. But for this being my first life-size one, I think he definitely fits, and I'm so happy to have him. He's always in the centerpiece of my collection. If I ever do any videos where I'm kind of sitting down, you will definitely see him. I usually do these videos standing up, but definitely an awesome plushie to have. And then for number 1, this plushie I got a couple years ago, and it has been one of, if not my favorite that I've had in my whole collection. He is awesome. I love this plushie so much, and that is the Pokemon Center Sleeping Oshawott. This is the first proxy thing that I've really gotten from, it's kind of like Makari, but it's like a Japanese Makari, if you will. Not it being Japanese Makari. But I did end up getting him for, I believe, about $100, which is honestly really good for this Pokemon. He honestly goes for multiple hundreds, so getting him for $100 only and then having to pay whatever the shipping or whatever it was, that added on a good amount more. But I was okay with that because this plushie is so freaking adorable. I love the color on it. It has an off-white, but that is honestly okay with me. At first I thought it was dirty because I hadn't really seen one of these in person, but I'm pretty sure the off-white is the color it's supposed to be. He has been cleaned a few times, but still, he is as soft as ever. That is one of the main pieces I love about this. The softness on this guy is so freaking adorable. He is definitely my favorite plushie that I've had in my collection. He might have some competitions from other non-Oshawott Pokemon, but I think he is definitely a perfect representation of Oshawott, especially during Gen 5, when one of the big things with Pokemon Dream, that was really cool to have. So having him in my collection, celebrating Pokemon Dream, celebrating, honestly, Unova as a whole, considering this week was also the English release of Black and White. I don't even know how long it's been, 16, 17 years now? 15 years maybe? But he has been an awesome piece to my collection. I am so happy to have him in my collection. He is absolutely adorable. He is smaller than the other life-size Oshawott that I showed off. However, I kind of prefer him to be smaller. I do like the big boy, I will say that. But he feels more in line with he would be probably otter size. He has, again, the furry coloration, the fuzzy fabric. He works perfect. He does have his shell, which isn't actually attached to his body. It is sewn on. However, that is one thing that I'm okay with because his shell is flat enough to where it kind of looks like it's already sewn on. I was gonna say, the one thing they did wrong with the other life-size one, they made the shell so much more opaque and big and wide than they needed to. Just a simple slim one and it works out perfectly. It is supposed to be a shell after all. Or, I'm sorry, let me call it a scallop. But yes, the sleeping Oshawott definitely runs #1. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for me. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe. A huge thanks to my friends that popped in to say hello. Some of them you know, and of course, I will have all their links down in the description below. Please feel free to give them a follow because they are amazing creators and I love them so much. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a lovely day and we will see you guys next time. Peace out.